If you're a frequent P&W Haunts and Homicides listener, you probably already know we're Birdie ambassadors.
We wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit more about this awesome product.
Birdie is the modern personal safety alarm made for women by women.
In a situation where you feel threatened or unsafe, you can simply activate Birdie's loud siren and flashing light to create a diversion.
Birdie is perfect to carry anytime because the device is lightweight and comes in a variety of colors.
So important. Use our ambassador link and coupon code P&W Haunts and Homicides to receive 10% off your purchase. Like our social media handles, the coupon code is all spelled out, no special characters.
You can find the link and promo code in our show notes or P&W Haunts and Homicides link tree.
Have a safe ass day. As indie podcasters, we love to show our support of other awesome shows. So stay tuned for the promo we've got to share with you this week.
Let's show them some love. You can find their info in our show notes.
Pretty Woman,
Dateline,
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days,
Forensic Files,
Kissing Booth, both 1 and 2,
Unsolved Mysteries, OG and the reboot.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do you like romantic comedies?
Do you like true crime?
Do you wonder how in the world those two things could coexist?
Then check out Rom Crime with Avern and Vanya anywhere you get your podcasts.
Rom Crime.
You guys, we're back. And don't worry, we did get more wine.
Well, of course.
Hello, Caitlin.
Hello, Cassie?
Did I say it wrong?
No, you just said hello.
Oh,
and
instead of hi.
Yeah, I was really confused.
Hi, creepy people.
Hi.
Yeah, I think I usually say, do I usually say hello, creepy people, or hi, creepy people? No, I don't
It's just
know.
always hi.
What am I doing?
Hello. I was like, are you, I don't know. It was very strange.
It's too formal.
Yeah. It
Hi,
was like,
Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie. I felt like I was addressing the queen.
What is a more formal way of saying hello?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Or salutations.
I can't say that or I'll mess it up.
Other newsworthy topics before we move on. First and foremost, because I'm so excited. Spell jars are hopefully already in the hands of all of our lovely Patreon creepy people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are now the proud owners of a Good Fortune spell jar, handcrafted by these witchy bishes.
We made them ourselves.
Yeah, we made them.
I keep hearing little moans.
I know.
I don't think you can hear it on that.
I don't think you can either.
Thing, but
Charlie,
he's just
is
so
he snoring
pitiful.
or is he
I
whining?
think they both look like they're laying down.
Okay. Maybe it's just doggy
Sleeping.
noises. Okay.
Interesting. We're talking about dogs dreaming.
Oh, no. What?
Oh, that might be part of the episode today.
Okay. I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like how this is starting. I don't like where the subject matter appears to be going.
too bad.
Yeah. I mean, what's new?
I know. I'm surprised you even came back after my last episode. She was a Caitlin-shaped hole in the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's going to be again. So we're just going to get right into it today. We're not going to banter too much because we already did that. So we're done with that. And we're going to move on.
Very businesslike.
To shut up. Okay. So piggybacking off of the sex demon episode, I wanted to go more in depth about sleep paralysis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the thing I've been talking about forever, and Caitlin has not been excited to hear about it.
No.
But it's full of nerdy, sciencey stuff.
Okay.
So I think that kind of helps balance out the scary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
This is something I've suffered from since I was a kid. So we'll talk about that a bit later. I'll relay all of my fun experiences in the sleep paralysis. So once I get into this more, I think you'll see why I think this is a major cause of the sex demon phenomenon.
Okay.
Like I mentioned in the other episode, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The similarities are very similar. That's a little jokey joke right there. Inside jokey joke. Did I leave that in?
I don't think so.
I think we might have just talked about it. Maybe I put it in one of the bloopers. I'm not sure, but
I think so. Yeah. No, you were so embarrassed. You like went back and were looking at your notes, and you sent me a picture, and you're like face palm. And I'm like, I mean, it happens.
Writing is hard, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with all the sciencey stuff. Like I said, sleep paralysis affects 4 out of 10 people once in their lifetime, and 1 of those 4 will have reoccurring experiences.
That's entirely too many.
Yeah. Doesn't that seem really high?
Yeah.
And that's of the people that they know about, you know? Like I'm sure a lot of people don't know what's happening or don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Self-reported means underreported, I think.
Exactly. It can happen when you're just starting to fall asleep into the REM state. And for those of you that might not know, REM, R-E-M, stands for rapid eye movement. And it's the sleep cycle in which you dream. Or it can happen when you're just coming out of the REM sleep.
Okay.
So you wake up in the REM state.
Okay. So it's like catching you when you switch gears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It is completely normal to be temporarily paralyzed during the REM cycle while you dream. This is called muscle atonia. I'll explain.
Okay.
So I want to read you this extremely sexy quote from ScienceDirect.com. I think it'll explain things.
Okay.
Mostly I just want to read this so everyone can see what I was digging into in my research.
Oh my gosh.
Muscle atonia of REM sleep occurs as a result of inhibition of motor neurons in the spinal cord by release of inhibitory neurotransmitters and glycine and gamma aminobutyric acid, and to dysfacilitation due to removal of the brainstem excitatory inputs and motor neurons that are normally present during the waking and non-rapid eye movement sleep. Did that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, no further questions.
But
Your
raise your
Honor.
hand if you just had a nerdgasm, because I totally did. So with this, your muscles are so relaxed that you have no muscle tone. It keeps you from physically going through the motions of your dreams, so you don't put couch pillows in the oven or your mom's purse in the freezer.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, why didn't you just say that?
I'm working on, science. I had to get the science words out there. They're fun.
You have to call me dragon.
But actually, muscle atonia has nothing to do with sleepwalking. I had to go look it up after I made that joke because I was like, wait, are these actually linked? And it turns out they're not. And I'll explain real quick. Sleepwalking is a non-rapid eye movement parasomnia. And parasomnia just means when someone physically acts things out in their sleep. So there is a difference between that and REM sleep behavior disorder, where there is a lack of muscle atonia. There's differences in the way each of them behave too, but I can literally see everyone's creepy eyes glazing over. And that's not what this episode is about. So I'll add some links in the show notes if you'd like to read over it.
If you want to read more about it. Yeah.
If you would like to read further into the topic. So basically, sleepwalking happens when they're not in REM sleep, and then like what did I call it? A REM sleep behavior disorder happens in REM sleep.
Okay,
which is
that
what
makes sense.
the sleep paralysis would be.
Okay.
In your REM sleep. So I just wanted to explain that because I made a joke and then I was like,
But actually,
if you know anything about the science of it, you're going to tell me I'm wrong. And I don't want to be wrong.
no, you're not wrong. You're just hilarious.
I'm so funny.
So funny.
So we know muscle atonia is normal. We know what happens when you're in REM and it doesn't work, getting up or moving around while you're in your REM state. But what happens when you are in a REM state and the muscle atonia is working just fine, but you're conscious and aware?
No.
That's where we run into some issues. So instead of being in the upside down, you're in the in-between.
No.
That was a Stranger Things reference. Sorry, Caitlin.
I mean, I know that much about the show, for Christ's sake.
I know. Now I just have to tease you forever until you watch it.
I have watched it.
You have to watch it all.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen.
It's so good. In this in-between, you cannot move or speak. Sometimes you can open your eyes, though, which, if you can, I don't suggest doing that.
I was going to say, does that make it better or worse?
It makes it worse. Yeah. It makes it worse. It makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
Whether you actually open your eyes or not, you can still hallucinate things because you're in a dream state. I know you're like, we're getting into it. Commonly, people feel a malicious being in the room while they're in this state. Seeing figures move around, even hearing things. People even physically feel as if the malicious being is on top of them, pushing down and making it hard to breathe. They might even feel like they're being choked, which is horrendous.
No.
No. Just no.
Just no.
There's not going to be a lot of comments from Caitlin today other than nope.
Well, anything where it pushes or like, makes it hard to breathe or where you're gasping for air, that is that's one of those ones where I'm like, ooh, trigger warning. Because with asthma, you totally you feel that when people talk about it. It's very unsettling.
Eesh. One article even referred to this experience as an incubus hallucination. So they are totally linked. People can see what is known as an old hag or a witch attacking them. I know it sounds really weird, but it's one of the common things that people see.
Weird.
I know. I'm like, God, why is everyone picking on the witches? Calm down.
Not cool, you guys.
They might think they're being abducted by aliens. That's another really big common thread. People have reported feeling vibrations, sensations of flying or floating.
Ooh.
Or being dragged away.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
But the flying, I
don't know if it's a fun type of flying because you're hallucinating some other scary shit.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So like a bad mushroom trip.
Maybe. Yeah.
Damn it.
Or some people describe an out-of-body feeling, so seeing yourself from another part of the room.
Oh.
These experiences usually only last seconds up to a few minutes, but can feel like a lot longer. That widely varies person to person, but generally people feel like this lasts a lot longer than it actually does. Understandably, this can cause feelings of panic, anxiety, and despair.
I would say that's the appropriate response.
Yeah. Some people say that their experiences aren't scary, which is very interesting to me. And I would like to maybe experience a sleep paralysis that's not scary.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's like, oof. What did you eat that night?
I know.
You know,
Can
like,
I have some?
Yeah. Like maybe they had red wine instead of, you know what I mean? Like, what's the right combo?
Or maybe they're just overall go with the flow, like, meh. This
Yeah.
is okay, people. So
They're seeing the same shit as you in their paralysis, but they're just like,
it's fine. There was a study done that tries to explain why 90% of sleep paralysis events are panicky and scary, because normally only 30% of REM dreams are scary.
what? So why is the ratio so high?
Exactly. So something is happening here that's different from a normal REM dream.
I'll say.
Yeah. When you're in REM, your dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for rational thought, is turned off.
Oh.
Because no one needs to rationalize things when they're in a dream and they're flying a dragon with an ex-friend, hauling a giant wheel of cheese underwater, stuck in jellyfish traffic while they're trying to get to their mom's for dinner, but they forgot they were late for class and they didn't do their homework. Oh, also they're naked.
You really covered all of the major
Did I do
tropes.
good?
Yeah, no, that's like all of the dream cliches that I can think of.
Stuck in jellyfish traffic.
Yeah. No, the one that I question is, are people dreaming about cheese a lot?
I imagine so.
Okay.
It has to be a giant wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
That's the only way to dream about cheese.
I mean,
Or a swimming pool full of nacho cheese.
oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, beautiful.
Little chip floaties.
Yeah, this new diet's working out really great.
I need cheese. So anyway, long story short, no one wants to try to make sense of that. It just all makes sense in your dream and you roll with it. You're like, all right, this is fine.
No, that totally makes
Yeah.
sense, though.
Well, during sleep paralysis events, that dorsolateral prefrontal cortex wakes back up, meaning you're still seeing crazy dreamlike shit. And now, instead of just rolling with it, you're trying to rationalize it.
Yeah, I could see where that's
Yeah.
problematic.
It's not good. And what's making this worse is you can't move. You're feeling the normal rapid heart rate and fast, shallow breathing of the REM state. And you rationalize that something bad is happening to you because you're having these panicky-like feelings and sensations in your body.
All of your biological responses are saying that.
Help!
Yeah. Wasabi.
On top of all of that, your self-awareness is turned off in the REM state and can remain off while the rationalization part of your brain wakes up. So like in a dream where maybe you're watching yourself do something that happens in dreams a lot, for me anyway, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm assuming. When you're in the sleep paralysis, you might actually project your own self into the room, meaning the figures and people that you see are actually just you.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense.
Is your mind fucked or what? Like my mind was totally fucked when I was reading this. I
Yeah.
was like, what? The evil demon in my room is me?
I mean,
It's
I'll
weird.
be honest. I think that makes perfect sense.
Thanks. I am weird. And now, just so we're clear, I'm not trying to discredit or disregard anyone's sleep paralysis stories by explaining the science behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we've come such a long way in trying to figure out the brain. Brains are absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, they're pretty wild.
But if you have a sleep experience that you don't feel is explained by this, I'm absolutely not here to tell you that you're wrong. I just know that this does explain a lot of experiences like my own. My goal here is to help someone not be afraid if it is their own brain shenaniganing all over the place.
Yeah.
You like my
Yep.
new word?
I do.
Shenaniganing?
I do. I'll never be able to say it, but I love it.
Shenaniganing. Oh, that was so good. You guys.
I can't believe you did that.
Wow. I can't say feel and feel in other
Yeah.
words, but I can say shenaniganing 3 times fast.
I tried to say it just in my own voice in my head, and even that bitch was tongue-tied. So that's where I'm at.
Oh. So if there is something paranormal happening to you and all of this fancy science doesn't explain it, I might point you in the direction of our cleansing episode. I just think we're very fortunate these days to have some explanations for things like this, because definitely this is not a new thing. There's a very popular Renaissance painting with a little hairy demon guy on a woman's chest. I think I posted something similar for the sex demon episode.
Oh.
This has been happening to people as far back as the Renaissance, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know what was before the Renaissance.
Listen, as someone who just went to the Ren Fair and had
Oh,
a
yeah.
fantastic time, I have to say I don't appreciate you insinuating that there's any sort of association.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It also happens all around the world. One example is the panda fecke, and I Googled how to pronounce it. It's an Italian word, and the end is F-E-C-H-E.
Oh.
And I always want to say fecce, but it's fecke. Not fucke.
It's panda fuck.
Panda fucke.
It's panda fuck.
And this lovely creature is in the Abruzzo region of Italy.
Okay.
Abruzzo has two Z's in it, like pizza. Just
Pizza.
FYI. They're known a few different ways. One is a witch. Again, a freaking witch. It's always a witch that will turn into a cat and attack you while you're sleeping.
I mean, but what did you do?
I just think that's very on brand for a cat.
It really is. Absolutely.
Or they even used a specific word that I won't say here because I find it offensive, that described them as a kind of succubus demon. Okay, it was prostitute.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? I was like, wait, there are paranormal words that are
No, it wasn't a
offensive?
paranormal
I was
word.
like, how do we know that they're offended?
Yeah, they called her a prostitute that lies on
that's
top of
rude.
people at night. So that sounds like a succubus demon.
Well, wow. All right.
But are you paying them if they're a prostitute?
Well, I mean, my understanding is that's how that works.
I just think that word wasn't
that's
necessary
why.
in describing this.
How rude.
So rude.
So rude.
Another thing is when your culture believes in something evil attacking you at night, you're also more likely to think the same, making these experiences that much worse.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reinforces it.
Yeah, totally. There's physical things that also make this experience far more terrifying than it has to be. Panicking is one of them. It's obviously easier said than done because being in this state might be catching you off guard. But just try to relax, think positively, try to remember that this is normal, this happens to other people, and there's nothing really there to harm you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad this has never happened to me because I think it's been documented that I don't know how to relax.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't.
I got 2 looks and that's it. On or off, on or off.
Mm-hmm. Always on. Always on.
Basically
Never
on.
off.
Yeah, literally.
Don't fight your breathing by trying to breathe deeper. And most importantly, do not try to move. Your instinct is going to be to try and move as much as you can to like break yourself out of the paralysis and wake yourself up, which is literally what I always do.
Yeah, I was going to say that's 1,000% what I do.
Yeah.
I like that we have the exact opposite reaction of what you're supposed to.
I know. But I was today years old when I learned that this might make things worse. It's not good. I'll explain. I'll sort of explain.
Oh, good.
Without getting into too much more sciencey crap.
Okay.
It has to do with your brain telling your body to move, but it obviously can't move, but your brain doesn't know your body can't move. So everything just becomes a jumbled mess in there.
Okay.
So just try to accept the fact that you're stuck for a little bit. Take it as an opportunity to maybe meditate, recite positive mantras. I mean, it works. Well, they did a study
Yeah.
and it worked on some people. So, like not Caitlin. It would not work on Caitlin.
I mean, I wasn't in the study, but if I was.
Yeah. She'd be the 1% that it didn't work for. Sleeping on your back might also worsen things because there's more pressure on your lungs, making it hard to breathe in general.
God damn it.
Do you sleep on your back?
On my back or on my side? I move around a lot at night.
Me too. But
I think I'll just not stop rolling the whole night. Just kind of try to keep the demon off.
Just roll the demon off each side.
Keep them off kilter. They don't know what's happening next.
You might be more at risk if you have sleep apnea or sleep disorders like narcolepsy. Some other things that make you more susceptible to this phenomenon are sleep deprivation, a fluctuating sleep schedule, stress, anxiety, trauma, PTSD, certain medications, drug abuse. Some of the medications were ADHD medications as well.
Well, sure.
I am literally shocked that this has never happened to you.
I think you're actively trying to will it into existence.
I'm not. I'm really not. I really don't want anyone to ever go through this because it's awful.
This is so weird. Yeah. And they're like, could you name like maybe 1 or 2 risk factors you don't have? I'm like, I mean, I could try. Show me the list again.
Check.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's technically no cure for sleep paralysis, but if it's affecting you and your daily life, please go see your doctor. They might be able to do something to help you.
You just gotta try things.
Yeah.
I mean,
if the meditating and all of that fancy stuff doesn't work, maybe you can get some good drugs. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, they might be able to suggest sometimes there's like different herbal remedies that you wouldn't have thought of, like working in, a maybe non-traditional application.
Yeah. What's really helped me is actually falling asleep to a meditation. Oh. So I have one of those like the eye covers.
Yeah. The
sleep masks. Yeah. And it has a Bluetooth headphones in it. It has it has Bluetooth headphones in it too. So I just listen to my little sleep meditation while I have that on, fall asleep, not on my back.
Well, I can't sleep on my stomach.
Yeah. I sleep on my side.
Yeah.
So like I said in the beginning, I've dealt with sleep paralysis my whole life, really ever since I can remember. I never told my parents. I didn't even find out what this was until I was in my 20s. So I literally thought I was living with this demon trying to kill me at night my entire childhood.
Oh my God.
And now everyone's like, oh, that's what's wrong with her.
I was going to say, I feel like this really explains a lot.
Yeah. And I think that's probably what drove me to the creepy stuff. Like,
you're like, it likes me. Maybe I should try liking it back.
Yeah. Maybe if I can scare myself more during the day, it won't be as scary at night. I don't know.
Ooh.
I wasn't thinking that in my brain at the time, but looking back, maybe that was it. Who knows?
Like a subconscious motivation.
Maybe. I experienced both types of sleep paralysis that we talked about at the beginning, while you're falling asleep and then waking up during REM. I've had both happen quite frequently. The type that occurs while you're falling into REM, I can feel myself sinking into it. And that's how I describe it, because it's a really heavy sinking feeling. Like you're sinking into like quicksand with something on top of you.
You know what that makes me think of?
What?
Do you remember that scene in Get Out?
I don't remember that movie at all.
Okay, I'm going to have to see if I can find that dream sequency thing.
Yeah, I have to watch that again because I remember really liking it, but for some reason I remember nothing about it.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. Like
it's weird. I need to watch it again. But so I can feel myself falling into the paralysis. I start to like not be able to move. I can't breathe very well. And this is when I could probably open my eyes, but I've always been too scared to because I thought there was something evil in the room and I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
So that was probably a good call on my part, not opening my eyes.
I agree.
So I never saw anything during this. I just had the feeling of something bad in my room that was on top of me, pushing on my chest. And like I felt like if I opened my eyes, the thing would be like right there in my face.
No, thank you.
It's so weird. And this would last what felt like hours. Like I would lay there, I thought, all night with this thing on top of me. Isn't that just crazy? Like this is a couple of seconds or minutes, and I literally thought it was hours and hours and hours. It's like more mind fuckery.
Yeah.
That I'm just now realizing, like, wow. Okay.
Okay, I realize it's pretty warm, but also I feel like I'm nervous sweating now.
I know. I'm getting like that panicky feeling too,
Yeah.
like kind of just remembering how it feels. I'm trying to like not remember, but it's hard when you're talking about it. So
Yeah, that really doesn't make it easier.
I literally don't know how. I say literally too much. I'm sorry. I started doing it ironically, and now it's just something I say.
Oh.
But I don't know how I didn't lose my mind. Like, I really don't know how.
Seriously.
But now when I feel this, I'm usually able to catch it before it goes too far so I can wake myself up before I get like super paralyzed.
Oh my gosh, you're a Jedi.
I try really hard. I can just kind of like flip myself over, change positions, and it goes away. It's normally because I was laying on my back, so I just have to turn on my side or something. It's only happened a couple of times on my side that I can remember. When I'm having the type that happens when you're coming out of REM is when I see some shit, you guys. It gets real here. I'm just a warning. This is creepy. Whew. I wrote, oh boy, do I see some shit.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, because everything before this was fine.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It gets worse.
All right.
It's usually very, very loud, and I'll explain in a second. During this, my eyes are closed. I can feel them closed, and I can feel myself laying in my bed. So I know rationally everything I'm seeing is just in my head. But most of the times I'm seeing myself, like I'm in my room. I can see my surroundings as they are, but I can like feel my eyes are closed. It's weird. I keep saying it's weird, but like it really is. And it's hard to explain.
It sounds weird.
Hopefully I'm doing an okay job explaining it. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that I get what you're saying. I hate it.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it too. So I see my room, my real surroundings, like when I went to sleep, but with disturbing activities going on. So it's more than just a normal nightmare. For me, it's more like I'm stuck in my own head, but still able to feel where my body actually is.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, I wrote, hopefully that makes sense. Some of the stuff I've seen a little girl at the end of my bed, just standing, staring, generally just being creepy.
Okay, just gonna go ahead.
Uncomfortable movements.
Just in my chair, putting my feet up. We're doing a real crisscross applesauce
She's
over
trying
here.
to curl into herself right now. I can see it. Yeah. I've seen the old hag, you guys. I have seen the old hag. I shit you not. She was actually, she was exactly like the pilgrimess from 13 Ghosts. I know you probably haven't seen it.
Did they say that? Is that a
The
thing?
pilgrimess.
Pilgrimess?
Yeah, that's what they call her. That's so I'll show you a
I've literally
photo.
never heard that.
She's just this creepy old-timey witch. I'm like, does she want to see this? This is her. And I'll post a photo if you guys don't know what I'm talking about either. But she's scary. She was like floating around above me screaming she was going to kill me. And she kept like doing dive bombs and she had claws.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting that so many people have the same, like see almost the same type of things.
Yeah.
I don't know where that part comes from. Like the shadowy figure, like the dark shadowy figure makes sense because like, okay, everyone might be able to see that. But like the specifics of an old hag
Right. Yeah.
is crazy. And that might have just been put in my brain from things that I've watched or,
Yeah.
you know.
I was going to say, I wonder if that's just sort of because it's such a cultural phenomenon, witches but still.
Yeah. That one was scary. The dive bombs with her claws. Ugh.
Right. No, I don't care for that.
It only gets better from here, I promise.
Oh, good.
So one of the other things I've seen is my bed was in like a dark, misty forest. So instead of seeing my room, it was just my bed, but in a dark, misty forest, which normally I'd be like, this is beautiful. But not with a bunch of people running around your bed, yelling and screaming at you. I don't exactly remember what they were saying at first, but it was all a jumble of people yelling, and then it all like converged into them chanting, "You're never gonna wake up." And it was so loud. I like to listen to loud music and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is just, it's so loud. And it's so weird to me how you can hear something so loud, but it's just in your brain.
And that's just so repetitive. It's just, it's not melodic at all. So.
But it was just like, you're never going to wake up. You're never going to wake up. You're never going to. Yeah, it was scary.
Okay.
That was one of the really bad ones.
We just got my sleep better.
I know, and now I'm just going to ruin all of it for you. So
we'll see.
We'll get you real drunk after this so you forget.
Yeah.
And then don't listen to it when it comes out.
Okay.
That was the longest one I've ever felt. That felt like 10, 12 hours.
Oh my God.
I literally thought,
No, but I mean, in that instance,
yeah,
literally is the right word.
I literally thought I was never going to wake up. Like I was like, okay, well, I'm trapped in my nightmare now, laying here in my bed. Yeah. So that despair that people feel, like that's what it felt like.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Another really bad one was, it was the night I watched the Night Stalker documentary on Netflix.
No.
And
Stanky Chops?
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I couldn't even finish it. Honestly, I don't know why. He is one that just really, really, really bothers me to my core. And I just can't. I listened to the Morbid episode on him, and that's literally all I could do. I could not finish the documentary. I just can't do it.
He's so erratic. I think that's what it is.
Maybe like unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. I think that really gets people.
Yeah. Well, it obviously really, really scared me because then I had a sleep paralysis dream about it. So
Sweet.
I don't even want to say his name. So I woke up with him pretty much on top of me. And it was one of the ones where, I know my eyes are closed, but I can see my room. I could hear my fan on. And he was like right in my face, yelling at me, screaming at me like he was going to rape and murder me. And then I could smell him, you guys.
No.
I could smell him and his nasty breath going up my nose. It was terrible. And like, I never want to talk about this again. This can be the last time that I talk about it because it's just disturbing. Yeah. And these last two were the particularly hard ones to break myself out of. Like I said, I just learned that you're not supposed to try to move. That just makes it last longer. So I'm usually laser focused on trying to like wiggle my fingers and toes until I break myself out. Usually I'm trying to scream because it's obviously scary. Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just picturing, I'm picturing in Kill Bill when she's like, wiggle your big toe.
Oh, yeah. It's like that. And I'm usually trying to scream, but it's just like a moan. It's like,
I
awful.
I don't, none of this is for me.
No.
You know? It's
Smart
weird.
Smart choice.
Yeah, no, it's really weird to be part of the creation of a podcast that's too scary for you to listen to.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, usually when I wake up out of it, I'm like screaming and crying, and it's very jarring for the person sleeping next to me because they're like, "Oh God, you're being murdered."
This is why she always sleeps on the couch when she comes over.
Yeah, exactly. What if that happened and I was sleeping next to you? That would be so scary. Anyway, I have more, but we don't have time.
Oh my gosh.
And they're pretty much all the same from there. Like those were the highlights.
Like kind of variations of that. Yeah. I can imagine they would be like, you know, maybe like slight distinctions, but kind of all in that same vein.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
I mean, we have different ideas about fun, I think.
It hasn't happened. I want to say it's been like a year.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if it has to do with partaking in the legal marijuana at night to help me sleep, which also helps me with my restless body syndrome that I have.
You can call it what you want, but...
So it's either that or the meditation that's really helping. I've been really thankful not to. I was really worried finishing the episode that I would have it that night or like after recording. So I'll update you guys if it happens again, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, but you know what? Lately you are zen as fuck.
Trying to be. My meditations I listen to are awesome. I think I've mentioned them before. It's called
I think so.
Willow Bend Zen, and I'll link it. And she does like abundance meditations for sleep, lucid dreaming, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
Love it.
Yeah. All right. Should we do a tarot for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Almost like we do it every week or something.
Oh my God. All right. Let's get to it. Okay, well, we're here for the tarot reading for sleep paralysis. Yes. I'm kind of nervous what we're going to get, but that's okay.
I know. Well, I was going to tell you before, what if we get something where it's like something sleeping? Like, you know? I don't know.
I hope we do. Thinking about sleep paralysis and the whore.
I'm not. I'm thinking about ringing the bell for more wine. Ring for wine.
Chris.
Yeah.
Where's the wine?
I know. This would be a really bad day to be ringing a bell at him.
Let's not do that today.
Not today, but definitely in the future. Look for that on TikTok. That was actually his idea.
So cute.
I don't know. Okay, but sleep paralysis and everything that I... Nope.
Is this the card? It's the sun. I feel like this isn't right, but that's okay.
The sun?
Maybe it is. I mean, I feel like this card, I remember we've had it before and it's very hopeful. So maybe that's the goal with sleep paralysis, is learning about it. And then being hopeful that it's not anything bad. And you're waiting for the sun to come up.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. The sun, our keywords are happiness, success, pleasure, self-expression, clarity, vitality. The sun card features, well, not this sun card in the normal deck. I won't read the description of it.
Okay. It has Jack on it.
Yeah. We have a little extra quote in here. It says, each day comes bearing its gifts. Untie the ribbons.
Aww.
So this was upright.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The sun brightens any negative cards in a reading, no matter where it appears in the spread. Its influence is always beneficial. A new day is dawning and you're glad to be alive.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, somehow we always think like, this isn't going to be right.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever your question, the answer is positive. For creative people, the sun can indicate a time of increased inspiration and productivity. Whatever you undertake at this time is likely to prosper, for the sun is shining on you. This is a good time to start new projects and expand your horizons. It's your day in the sun.
Wow. Interesting that it's just talking about daytime and
It really is, yeah. This is kind of a nighttime topic. In a reading about money, you may receive rewards for your work or talent. Investments and business ventures pay off. Opportunities abound. For creative people, this card suggests you'll benefit financially from your artistic endeavors. If the reading is about your job, the sun marks a period of prosperity, enthusiasm, honors, public recognition, and attainment. You feel confident in your abilities and attract opportunities to show the world what you can do. Step into the spotlight. It's your time to shine.
what if the reading is about your nightmares? Does it have a category for that?
I know, right? They really should. In a reading about love, the sun represents a happy, pleasurable relationship in which you feel content and comfortable. You and your partner inspire each other and enjoy being together. If you're looking for love, this card can herald a bright and beautiful romance. There's an extra excerpt, and then I just glanced down at the reverse interpretation, which was really strange. It just caught my eye. It says, the sun is never a negative card.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The extra excerpt says, the Sun King. Pagan mythology describes the apparent passage of the sun through the heavens each year as the journey of the Sun King, who drives his bright chariot across the sky. In pre-Christian Europe and Britain, the winter solstice celebrated the Sun King's birth. This beloved deity brought light into the world during the darkest time of all.
Aww.
But winter solstice?
Interesting.
Nightmare Before Christmas?
I know. And then when you said Sun King, I was like, yeah, the Pumpkin King. Like, that makes sense. And I was like, wait, she's not reading out of the Nightmare Before Christmas. But
No.
Why can't I talk Christmas?
Christmas.
Gosh. So there's something in this one that's interesting. Were you done yet?
Yeah, that's all of it. So I'll be curious to tie both of these together.
I was reading the top part, and it's basically what she said, like kind of the description of the card. And then this one says, when it's upright, if you've been sad or troubled lately, the sun is a sign you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. Use this rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. So maybe instead of thinking of dark, scary things when you're in sleep paralysis, think of all your wonderful friends and nice things you have when the sun comes up. And it goes on to say there is so much enthusiasm in this card. It signifies a powerful time for inspired brainstorming.
Oh,
It says brain.
interesting.
A lot of these things were about brains, so that's pretty interesting.
Well, and I think it's interesting, too, because you specifically said that you really haven't experienced a lot of the sleep paralysis recently, like in the last year. And so I think that's maybe it speaks to sort of a positive shift with your experiences, if nothing else.
And hopefully helping someone else who's maybe suffering from the same thing, or even now it's more common to hear about and know about than it was, when I was growing up. But if there's someone out there who doesn't know what's happening to them, hopefully they find this and
Yeah.
I'm their sunshine of knowledge.
Yeah. No, but it really, I mean, it makes a big difference when you can just put a name to something.
Yeah.
You know, just not knowing what's going on is very scary.
So scary.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, that was, I feel like that was a good card because this whole thing was, I mean, I just said this, but this whole thing was about giving information and trying to make this positive instead of focusing on all the bad stuff about it. So,
yeah, I think that fit better than we thought it would.
yeah. The sun card.
Aw.
What's the number on this? XIX. 10.
I don't know. I'm going to
19?
cheat.
I can't do. I try so hard to know the Roman numerals and I just don't.
19.
It was 19.
Oh.
I did say that. They saw me say it.
Yeah, I said that as well.
It's another 9.
Yeah.
That's my number, baby.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Fun fact. Machine Gun Kelly. I know everyone doesn't want to hear about me talk about Machine Gun Kelly, but he has a song called 9 Lives, and it's literally my favorite song right now. So that's all. I had to throw that out there.
Did you see me like immediately go like
Nobody wants to hear.
Machine Gun Kelly? Or...
Where's she going with this? It's just the song 9. It reminded me of it. Anyway.
No,
we
I
can
love
go.
it. I love it. No, I think it's super cute. Okay, but we are going to go before we
Yes.
hit our 20-minute cutoff with the tarot reading.
It's
So
only been 10. We're timing it now.
Patreon, you get it.
We're timing it now. So.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah. Bye, bitch.
Have a creepy ass day.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.
Don't have sleep paralysis.
I mean, or do if that's like your thing, but I'm not about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Positive thoughts.
Bye.
Meditation.
So, for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yes, we will read them out loud.
Not just in our heads.
Yes. They don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest if you would like to share. Email us at pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters. Super duper easy peasy.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Same thing as the email at pnwhauntsandhomicides, all spelled out, no special characters. Please also rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to and check out our stories on social media because our meme game is hot.
Agreed.
And if you agree, like Caitlin, you can also find us on Patreon and support the show.
Bitchin'.
Wasabi?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, I'll have to find the video, but it's a little girl who really wanted to try wasabi.
Oh, bad idea.
Yeah, and the mom was like, "Nah, you don't want none of that." She's trying to reason with her. She's trying to logic with a little tiny child. And she's like, "Oh, no, I really want it." Then she tries it, just like this tiny little amount. And she's like, you're like, "Oh, okay." Her face, you can't tell how she's going to react. She goes, "Wasabi." And then all of a sudden they flash back to her because the mom's like laughing. And the little girl just goes, "Help." It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
so funny.